Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Yoshi's Island, or Yoshi's Island. This is Yoshi's Story from the Nintendo 64. I'm looking at the picture of the jungle here, which is page 4 in the Yoshi story, and I'm thinking this is kind of an island setting. But no, anyway, we're going into stage 4-4, the Neuron Jungle. What this part is just saying right here is, if you can hear the wind, then don't fall downwards. Otherwise, it's more or less safe to fall down, because admittedly there are some parts of the stage which were a little vertical. In particular, we're going to see these creatures called neurons. And they might look a little scary, because they're pretty big, but in fact they're actually here to help Yoshi out. I'm just glad that they don't mind Yoshi stepping on his head. These little worm guys on trees, they're not too dangerous, but one thing is to not eat them at all, because they do taste bad to Yoshi, so in fact he can lose health from it. Or if he were in Super Happy mode, he would actually get out of Super Happy mode. These red neurons, we actually do have to do a ground pound onto them so that they can lower. The purple ones we already saw move like kind of back and forth. And there are other ones as well that we will see in a short time. So in fact, there was a lot of ground to cover in this particular stage. Oh, there goes that other worm guy again. You can't stand on the leaf, unfortunately. That would be useful, but we have our neurons instead to help us move around. So we have to be careful and try and catch our, hello! The purple neurons also help us out a lot in this stage. We have purple neurons, we have orange ones, we have blue ones, and we have the red ones. As we've already seen. So in fact we found Miss Warp, we found a hidden melon. So, oh my, these neurons can be quite tricky in their maneuverability. Oh man, I like how that one like gets all squished down, and then it gets all tall again. I like that one. Whoa! I did not mean to do that. I'm actually gonna have to backtrack quite a bit of a ways now, just to try and make sure that I got everything. Because there are actually a number of things that we had to keep track of as we go through this level. One, we need to make sure we get all the melons, of course. And again, normally coins don't matter too much, but we'll see what kind of a part they play later on. Alright, so we got this melon. Cool, let's just grab some of these coins as we head downward. And like I've mentioned already, this is a pretty large area, so I'm just trying to make sure that I have all my tracks covered, especially since these neurons like to move you around in different places. So there's this melon that you have to be in this general area. I'm not sure exactly where you have to be for it to pop up, but if you keep, you know, moving around and stuff, you should be able to find it eventually. These neurons are quite bouncy, so you have to be careful when you're trying to work with them. Like we already saw, the red ones, you do have to do a ground pound on in order for them to compress and for you to, or, you know, in order for you to stand on top of them and stuff. Well, you can stand on top of them always, but the ground pound helps them get lower so you can actually access certain things. And in all honesty, I don't know why I didn't get that melon that was right there. I think I was thinking for this mini-game was a completely different kind of mini-game. And so in fact that kind of messed my thing up, but this is actually just a quick race. When you are in the water to swim around, this is a swimming race actually, you don't have to be tapping any buttons repeatedly to try and swim forward. Just use the control stick. And fortunately, we have a trail of coins here to help guide our way too. Admittedly, there are a couple dead ends that you could follow in through going through these paths. You guys can see the timer, the chain chomp. Oh no, Yoshi got hit. Not good. Alright, so of course the the more melons that we have, or the less time that it takes us, the more melons we get. Oh no, the chain chomp ate a melon! How sad! But at least we got 6 of our 7 melons for this particular romp. So admittedly we already lost 1 melon in this level, but we did uncover our secret letter for this stage, which is an A. So actually now this the particular base takes us back a little bit of a ways, not too far. Fortunately, it's close enough so that we can actually just grab that other, this other melon that I for some reason forgot to grab the first time. Anyway, leap of faith over this way. Admittedly, that was a pretty dumb move on my part. But in fact, there's another melon right there for us to grab. And I don't believe there was anything that we missed in between. No, oh, there was a coin. Well, let's grab that coin just because. And now we're back in familiar territory. Okay. Admittedly, I did not get to practice this stage as much as I would have liked. But that's okay, because part of what makes this game fun is the unpredictability of it. You know, like, I've had some stages where I've practiced multiple times and I just can't get a certain thing down right. Other times I manage to get it done on my first try. So, you know, that's just part of the fun with this game. Alright, we found Miss Warp number 2. I'm just checking, again, trying to get all my bases covered. Admitted, I had only gone through the stage once in a practice run to try and find everything. So if it seems like I'm not sure where I'm going, the fact is, I'm not. But, you know, I do find all the important things, like I already mentioned. I will find all 3 happy hearts or super happy hearts in the level. And, let's try and get that melon from the other way. Alright, let's see here. Just latch onto this dude. And, oh, we missed the melon. Well, that's not good. Maybe it'll grow back if Yoshi doesn't fall off first. That's okay. Yoshi! I wanted to keep the green Yoshi too, but cool thing was, now that I had a red Yoshi and I had lost one, back out here where the minigame was, is a white Shy Guy. Of course, the white Shy Guy acts as a 1-up if you can hold on to him for the rest of the stage. So as long as nothing bad happens to our red Yoshi, we'll be able to retrieve our green Yoshi once we complete this stage. So we'll have a friend tagging along with us, but he doesn't hurt us at all. So we can just keep going forward. And actually, this does give us another chance to try and grab that melon. You see there, it hasn't reappeared again, and I missed it again. Believe me, I tried to get that melon. But of course, we already knew that I was going to be 1 melon short from the mini-game, so I wasn't too devastated that I'm not able to get that one. Again, this red neuron you can squish down with a ground pound. Not really necessary. You have to be a little careful with that fish guy, and in fact, you can eat the melon behind the yellow neuron as well. So that other melon didn't fall off the stage. He just fell behind the yellow neuron, and you can just look it up easily. So now we're in the second part of our neuron jungle. Poochie, hi Poochie. As you know, Poochie helps us reveal the location of certain items sometimes, and we have frogs. So we have giant green things that spit out their tongues that aren't Yoshis. That was kind of why I was hoping I could keep the green Yoshi out here, so that you would have like a green Yoshi and the frogs at the same time, but that's okay, red Yoshi is fine too. So we have these sea cacti up here on top. Do not touch them, you cannot lick them either. So you have to just be very careful with them. Some of them are hanging down below, sometimes they're sitting up above. Sometimes they'll actually try and fall off and actually hit you when you're riding by them, especially on your little boat vessel. So anything of interest over here? No, but some egg refills are always nice. You do have to, again, sometimes these little sea cacti are really small, so you have to keep track of where you are watching your step as you go through. Fortunately, they're not too bad to deal with. No boats or anything, so just keep walking. Again, our 5 coins to collect the melon minigame. So it can be a little troublesome if you miss one. Well, hey, there's a bubble, and inside it says another happy heart. Awesome! I believe that is our 3rd happy heart for this stage, actually. So we now have all 3 of our happy hearts covered, which is nice. Here's a sea cactus in the way. Get out of the way. Thank you. I think it was trying to land in the boat and hit us, but fortunately, that didn't happen. So we do have to be careful, you know, trying to grab our melons along the way and not falling out of the boat. The boat is more for convenience than anything else. You don't have to be in the boat. You're not going to get eaten by any giant creatures if you're not in the boat. But it is just useful because, you know, it's easier for you to grab things that are out in the air, like either coins or melons or other things like that. Speaking of coins and melons, there we go. That coin actually helped lead us to a melon. So like we already mentioned, we're 2 melons short now at this point. Let's try and not make it any more. So this is actually a hit for 10 coins in order to release a melon. You do have to be careful of the frogs, so if you're trying to still fight the frogs, you might not make it to your 10 that you need. Of course, Yoshi can just eat these frogs pretty easily. And there are plenty of chili peppers around, but remember, chili peppers are not good for Yoshi. They're too spicy. So, let's just avoid the chili peppers and try and get all these coins. And are there anything else special around here? Oh, there is. Excellent. So we are just a couple melons short. Let's just make sure we grab all these coins. Why not? Just pick up a couple stragglers. Alright, looks like all these coins are cleared. We are back inside the little boat. Looks kind of more like a bucket to me, but that's alright. Yoshi doesn't have... Unfortunately, the boat just moves by itself, so Yoshi doesn't have to like be steering on it or be constantly on one side of the boat or anything else like that to propel it forward. So you do have to be a little careful. Hey, there's melon. There's another melon. Shy Guys are trying to tempt you with chili peppers, which is complicated. Oh, we ate a chili pepper. No, Yoshi, not good. When you do eat a chili pepper, it does not count as one of your melons, or one of your fruits. Now, notice that melon appeared after we collected a coin. Here's the one stage where coins are actually important. You have to collect every coin in the stage in order for that one melon to appear. So that also includes this first part of the stage as well. But we collected all of our possible melons that were left over. We are at 30 fruits. Nicely done, Yoshi. So that being said, we've now concluded our stage in page 4, the jungle. So here's our quick score recap. Again, score is not too important, except this time the coins were. The coins were important, so that's more an exception than the rule, though, in general. Let's read from the storybook. Strange creatures come out at night, and in the jungle, it was always dark. Neurons lived in this jungle, but they weren't as wild as they appeared. Instead, the neurons were quite tame, and they happily helped the Yoshis escape. The page turned, and the Yoshis grew happier. So, of course, we're now heading into page 5 of our storybook. So, page 5 being the ocean. So, of course, feel free to choose your next level at this point. We have 4 stages to choose from, of course. So, pick your favorite, and until then, this is Big Mac saying, later.